Greetings, this is Kenyon. Welcome back to Turn 31 as Nehekara in All Nations Warhammer game. Right, let's go through events first. Fertility Cult, Plague, Demons, more demons, probably more demons. This is also likely demons, you know. These can enable some bad chains, and we're losing some Dominion, which is unfortunate. Worldwide heat. Yeah, that's the events, alright. Other things. We didn't destroy the fort. I think it must be down to like a couple hit points, literally, unfortunately. It is what it is. But that tells me that there's definitely some units inside. Cathay has found +1 astral income. And yeah, that's that. Some more summonings, and for the battles now. We have found the remaining main army of Altdorf with our chariots. So good thing it's chariots that bump into it, not the small force of sacreds and scorpions. So yeah, these crossbows. Pretty serious army. That's about 45-ish demigryphs, some great swords, decent chunk of crossbows, and some other troops. But yeah, of course, it's mainly about demigryphs. The flagellants that are running out, it's from the War Altar of Sigmar. So let's start by talking about that thing again, since it's time to discuss mages. Yeah, it's the one that he prophesized, so it's Holy 4. And the altars cast with twice as fast. So yeah, very dangerous against undead. Normal undead would have such a bad time against this thing, just banishing them. Cool. He's leading a lot of those demigryphs with magic bonus. Magic bonus must be from... I wonder where it's from, actually. Huh, I'm not sure. Because I know this guy has Beastmaster, and that's what giving them that little bit of morale on some of them, at least. Yeah, there is the Beastmaster. I'm not sure where the magic bonus is from. Oh well. But yeah, that's the commander he's using to guide them. He has pretty cool axe of hate, in fact. So yeah, not bad. And the mages. So we have an adventure, the nature adventure. Very nice that he's got this event. Super good event. One of such a... you can... For normal nation in the dominions, you can get healer either by having made chalice, which is construction 9, or getting the adventures, which somehow they are the only thing that know how to heal, which does involve healing wounds, because most of everything has only disease. So yeah, very good adventures. And there's also the other adventure somehow. Let's see if I can find him. There he is. It's the death one. Not sure what he's gonna cast with those death gems, but it's there. For the mages, there are a lot of gold wizards, and he's casting earth power of them, and he has a bunch of gems. So this is almost certain going to be giant strength buffing, the AoE version, which will make the demigryphs a lot more scarier. It's gonna go to 24 and 22 damage with those armor piercing. So yeah, they would definitely be able to chew through scorpions with that. And he has quite a few of them spread around, so that's why it's... although he doesn't have gems here, but I'm sure he's gonna spread them around a little bit. So a fair number of them. There is the sorceress, doesn't have gems, but I saw... yeah, there it is, a grey wizard. So he's right now casting Gift of True Sight, which I think does help him against Blur. But other thing he might be able to cast are just illusions, which would be annoying. And, well, quite good, because they'll be mixing with the demigryphs and, yeah, taking attacks away from them. Now, he has a lot of those light wizards. We've seen them before when we fought his first attack. They're mainly there for stellar rays, right? I think that's the name of the laser beams from the sky that kill undead. He does have some astral pearls on them. Not sure what they're for exactly. Maybe... Yeah, I'm not sure. If there were more pearls, what I would be worried about potentially would be control, but control is astral free, so he would need 2 pearls to cast it once. So I'm not sure what's up with those pearls. It might be the astral power, potentially. But yeah, might be astral power, I guess. He has about 9 of them. Let's see, anything other, just more of those mages. Yep, and finally, he has a hero present, and just a couple other like one-day commanders. But the hero is Tyrus Gorman, the Patriarch of the Bright College. He's Fire 4, Earth 1, Death 1, that autocast Phoenix power, so he's Fire 5 with Farcaster. That makes him potentially very dangerous, because he might be able to cast... well, I know he's able to cast Incinerate, which is like very high damaging fire spell. And I'm scared he might be able to snipe my commanders of... Yeah, there we go, Incinerate, right? And here are Solar Rays, not Stellar, sorry, Solar Rays. Yeah, just deleting those chariots. And yeah, there was Incinerate too. Yeah. So, Body Ethereal does absolutely nothing for him. But this is a serious number of mages with a decent gem investment. So yeah, I have to respect this army. I'll bring out everything I can for this combat that's likely gonna happen next turn. Otherwise, because I think we both understand that at this point I will be outscaling him the longer game goes on, and it will be easier for me to beat him. So he has to act now. Let's take a look at the Incinerate. Okay, so he's at Alteration 5. Yeah, +2 for every extra level, so he would be hitting for 22 armor negating fire damage. Yeah, that's pretty scary, and it does have range of 30, so 45 range. Okay, so he cannot be sniping across the battlefield really, so but it is something to be mindful of. Since we know that he's at Alteration 3, let's see, what else can he do? Yeah, the control, right? Oh no, the control is 6, so he probably can't do it. He could be doing Moss, maybe? Potentially Group Stone Skin. He might be doing that. Although I don't think it's really worthwhile. It's definitely not as good as if he was to be casting, which what I'm expecting, Giant Strength Warriors. Weapons of Sharpness don't really make sense because his demigryphs already do armor piercing. But yeah, probably Giant Strength Warriors. But yeah, let's go back to Alteration 5 since we know for sure that he has it. Fire. What else did he? Glamour, right? Well, he's definitely not casting Twilight because that would mess up his Solar Rays. And an enchantment. Where are like any larger numbers of phantasmals? Only 2 here. The larger numbers like where? Conjure Phantasm, Summon Prize, Phantasm Beast. I'm thinking of illusions. I don't remember where they are. Thaumaturgy. I don't remember where are illusions. But you know what I mean, right? So that's likely. Hold on, because he had some. He did have some glamour gems, so let's try and figure out what he might be. Because definitely not Twilight. It cannot be Twilight, for sure not. I'm not sure why he's bringing pearls. Maybe just to reduce fatigue. I mean, that's also a possibility. And the power of the spheres. Yeah, that might be part of the spheres. It would be deadly for his fatigue, but it is possibility. I don't think he's gonna go under Communion. I think the best use for those mages he can have is just go straight out with the solar rays. But yeah, so that's his army. He got incredibly unlucky again. I feel so bad. Genuinely, I do feel bad. He got attacked by demons again on this stupid province. And I'm pretty sure his god got trapped there. Because I don't see it anywhere else. Now, for our moves. I'm gonna, since I see that there is no PD here, he might be patrolling. But I will try to be a little bit cheeky and try to put it under the siege with those couple chairs I've got here. And from our capital, I'm moving to Call Amrod with Visionary and single Lich Priest. And it is to make sure that in case of either his remote attack or some event, we're gonna kill what's putting us under the siege. Because I think the way it works is that if your fort goes under the enemy control while your units are moving out, their movement might be interrupted if it changes the move cost calculation so that they don't have enough. So just to be sure, I'm moving in, patroning out. At the same time, I do have an access to Call of the Winds here, and this is our only heir to random high priest. It sucks it's only one, but it's at least one, so that's awesome. And Call of the Winds is gonna give us some very good distraction, 50 birds. It's not little. It might really mess up with his script, with his crossbows, maybe some friendly fire. Who knows, right? Thanks to our undead move, we can send everything from Annika to Runia as well. And basically, we're moving out with these couple charges gonna continue their way to take that underwater province, but everything else is moving on to Runia. Since I'm here, very good province here. 3 gems, site searched by him. We saw this one before. Nothing here. Preaching with who I can would be amazing if we flip to our Dominion. I'll be so glad that we did, but we won't know until the next turn. Yeah, what else? Apophis is giving his flambeau and fire hammer to the Tomb King. And the reason for that is so when he also gets blessed, he will have that 5 fire res. So hopefully he'll not be incinerated. Tragically, the princes will not be as lucky. Yeah, I just hope they will not be targeted. Which I think is very naive by me to hope for that. But yeah, I'm gonna send them in as well. Because that's the script. So I have no idea if it's gonna work out. The idea is with the checkerboard position of single units of glaives, I really hope they will just be taking in those solar rays, right? If he's hard scripting it, I think it will force him to cast it on them. If they are on just auto cast, they might decide to do something else. Because of course, since it's an AoE spell, it will try to target highest density, which will be my Guardians of Petra. Or, if I put them in joint positions, that there'll be 3 guys per square as well, just getting tilted. So I'm trying to spread them out. One exception here, there's gonna be 2. Now, so they have numerous objectives being like that. So solar rays eating them, main one. They will kill the pilgrims that are running out. So those pilgrims will not disrupt our formation of scorpions and whatnot. If he casts swarm, they should be able to cut it down. The ones that are running on the ground. They will take in bolts, hopefully. those slow down or maybe break up formations griffins. But yeah, the main thing is eat up Solar Rays. And same stories about the Necropolis Knights. Just die to Solar Rays. I don't like you anyways. For the bulk of our army. Standard Ushabti in the rear with Hawkeyes. We have some Guardians of Petra to protect rear as well, just in case something weird was gonna happen. Forward front, we have how many do we have? 8, 20. We have 24 Scorpions this time. But the main difference, the highest potential of us just crushing Altdorf in that upcoming fight comes from the Stalkers. Why? Again, as a reminder, because Griffins are still animals and they have lower magic resistance. And Stalkers, that's what they really like to do. They will be gazing those demigriffs with their lower MR. We have 47 Stalkers. Could be 60, sure. Could be 70 even. But I'm super content about this number. If things go according to plan, how I envision them, before Scorpions meet Demigraves, there will be already heavy casualties at Demigraves. I really expect about 50% effectiveness of those blasts. So let's say if they target, where, let's say they'll not be super efficient and they'll target like same one twice. I hope at least 5 Demigriffs per turn will perish. That's kind of my hope. I kind of pulling it out of my ass, but as I envision it, it's really going to be good, basically. Behind them, Guardians of Petra, so they don't block them. I want them to be as close behind Scorpions as possible, so they assist with those gazes and then going to the melee. With the Necrotech, standard thing, mantra. Hopefully, primarily gonna land on Scorpions. There's a lot of Necrotech, so hopefully we'll have 100% coverage on Scorpions. I doubt that's gonna happen. That'll be amazing. After that, Earth Power, Personal Iron Skin, so they just don't eat some stray bolt in the face, and that's gonna instantly kill them as they start approaching. 1 point of attack, so they move as far forward as they can, and then advance and cast. That's the plan here. All the Acolytes are just gonna be spamming Scorpions. Scorpions, again, the reason is to saturate the tiles with Scorpions, the Tomb Scorpions, and Stalkers, right? It's going to be 3 Kepra Scorpions beneath the Tomb Scorpion, and ideally they soak up attacks from Demigriffs. They also harass down Demigriffs, so it makes it much easier for Scorpions to kill them. Also, they're gonna maybe eat some lances, just this should be very effective since we have quite a few of them. I hope this is gonna work out. And for our command bridge, there's also one here that's gonna start off with Divine Blessing, and I'm casting, trying to cast redundant Divine Blessing in case something horrible happens and this guy doesn't cast it, then hopefully this one will. I don't know if, I mentioned that I gave him Flambeau and Helmet. Unfortunately, I've gotten only 2 Acolytes, so our Prophet, basically, and only 1 other, unless I've lost one. I might have lost one of those that had Astral Path before, but yeah. Only 2 guys with Astral Paths, they'll be casting Body Tier. Hopefully they will cover up Commanders first that will go into the combat. Because, I'm sending Cetra to kill him. Bully him. Besides that, just like armor buff, and this is also 5 fire protection, so I don't think it stacks with I'm pretty sure it doesn't stack with protection of fire, but with protection from fire, Cetra will be safe more or less from the incinerate, and this guy with a bless and Chant of Resilience, he should have plus 10 fire resistance as well. And then the Tomb Prince will be just a little bit less susceptible to the damage. Yeah. That's the plan. And of course, in the middle, there'll be birds that's gonna fly. Yeah, I really hope it's gonna work out. I think it's gonna work out. I think we're gonna have pretty decisive victory. Based on what I see, there might be some factors I'm not aware of. It might be bloody, but I'm like 85% sure we're gonna win the upcoming fight. 85%. If I lose, I'd love to. I would be super interested if we lose, because it's something to learn. I will have to readjust my head to judge certain things clearly if that's gonna happen. But yeah, based on my idea of how this fight is gonna work out, I think we have just really good chance of winning it. Any other thing? Yeah, just sending. Since I asked Karaz-a-Karak for the urgent making of the shroud, he did it with his lord, so he asked for extra 2 gems on top of base cost, so he's earning quite a few gems with that. But unfortunately, it doesn't matter. I really didn't need to ask him urgently because I cannot put it on. I was expecting to storm the farthest time, which didn't happen. So yeah, Apapas will wait for a bit longer without the shroud. But yeah, I think this is gonna be it for this turn. There's nothing else really to mention. So yeah, I'll talk to you next turn. Welcome back. We have assassinated Initiative Sigmar, so nothing of huge importance. Let's see. Above us. So good. Just killing some schmuck in the corner. What a blessing. The power of reinvigoration. Surely he's gonna save him. Wow, he actually... What the fuck? Hold on. Nice pen roll, buddy. Holy crap. Well, that's funny. There he goes. But yeah, enough of messing around. Let's watch the battle. Because it sure as heck did happen. Here is mostly final stand of Altdorf moving in. Keeping more or less the positioning we've seen before. And here it is. And that's how we look with the their bureaus of Boom Guards. And our backline. Yeah. So let's just focus on watching first. And light commentary for now. So birds jumping in. I'm pretty sure they did not accomplish anything. But just so I quickly take a look. Oh no, look at that. A light wizard died. That's like instantly worth it in my opinion. There we go. And here is what I exactly was hoping to see. All the solar rays going after those single squares. They do group up as they move further, but yeah, that's excellent. Now we see a couple going after Petra, Gardens of Petra. And yeah, the Stalkers are just doing God's work here, just blasting away at those demigryphs. Because they are scary. Not all of them, but I know there's... I feel like the group that got the buffs already died mostly. But yeah, look at that, right? So scary. But you might be hearing a certain sound in the background. The certain clanking sound that's very unpleasant. And I completely forgot before the fight about it. And it's Shatter. I completely forgot about the Earth Mage's casting Shatter. I probably couldn't have done anything about it in short notice. I do have a couple ideas on how to approach it for the future fights when somebody else might want to deploy it against me. But, fucking Hand of Death just smacking this chariot. Good thing I didn't send them in first, like, or rather sooner, because they probably would get wrecked. I wish that they're doing something else other than raising dead, but oh well. Yeah, just there are a couple mages trying to make out. Few troops. Going to be mostly a clean wipe. Right, so yeah, that went exactly as planned. Unfortunately, we're taking a lot of wounds on the poor scorpions. Look at that guy, crippled and limp, for example, right? He did survive though with -1 hit HP. Thank God for the Undying. I'm sure, like, does he have a regen? Oh, he doesn't have normal regen. This one doesn't have normal regen. This one doesn't have normal regen. This one doesn't. Oh no, this one does. It looks like most of them in the front that are alive do have regen. So that's one of the things I want to, I guess, point out at is, while Necrotechs with their true regen Necrotech mantra are amazing for smaller scale, as you can see, they are unfortunately throwing it a lot on Stalkers for some reason. I wish they did it only on Scorpions, and they theoretically should because they have more HP, but they don't. So I think we covered about half of Scorpions only, despite in paper having sufficient number of Necrotechs to hit them all. So as our army will upscale, we will not be able to. Oh god! Oh Jesus Christ! That hurt to watch. We'll not be able to keep up with the demand for Necrotech casting in those regions, unfortunately. It's one of many reasons why Tomb Scorpions are obviously good, but not like great. Their wounds can't be healed. They don't have AP damage built in. They're 6 gems each, with requiring capital only mage to summon them one at a time. Like if you compare them to like Xibalba Scorpions, right? You get 3 of them per cast, and each of them costs 2 gems, and they are basically almost identical. They don't have resistances, but they have AP attacks. So yeah, that's on a side note. Still, that was a fantastic showing of Stalkers. Scorpions did well too. Tomb Guards dying, but that was their goal. Necropolis Knights, I don't want to see you ever again. You're useless. Okay, you're not useless. You're just not great. Yeah, 6 Scorpions. 6 Scorpions is 36 gems lost. And this is almost... this is 20 gems lost, essentially, right? So these few numbers are just really not small numbers of gems being thrown away, but you have to. Like, as Nehekara, if you don't use constructs, you're fucked. Like, your stuff is just not good enough. Now, for what we killed, all gold wizards, that's the most important part. Almost all light wizards, there's only 2 alive. The Patriarch died, sorceresses, War Altar, yeah. Just what, couple crossbowmen made out, few infantry, couple demigraves. So yeah, decisive victory, I would say. 1 kill, and that was the mage. Fantastic job, Blackhawks, fantastic. And there was other battle. We moved on that capital very hopefully, but obviously he was patrolling it this time. And I can't blame him, considering how many attacks he's getting on his forts, just getting them under siege. No doubt he would have reacted in some way. So it was optimistic, not like huge investment, so I'm not sad about it. Here we got attacked by Lumber Construct, and fortunately we killed it. A famous hero, it's Unbreakable Skin. It's not great, because, you know, he probably will be getting, if you want to do some point buffing, Iron Skin eventually. But it is something if he wants to be running around on his own. Yeah, Magic Shroud received. I'll put it on next turn. The fort that Wood Elves have taken from Orcs has been claimed. I forgot to show the battle, but it was just fort defense, so there was nothing to see there. Last turn. Chrono Spring claimed by Cathay. This is put up by Wood Elves right after Orc God died. That's pretty fun. Alright, we have found Graveyard of the Damned here. That's awesome. That plus 2 death income, so we're climbing. And events. Demon Worship. That was the construct. Some ill omens. Nice, some festival, extra dominion. And a terrain change in here. That province got turned into waste really quickly. Wasn't it a forest? Oh no, this one was forest. It was plains, I think. So that's that. And what are we doing? First thing, there was a little bit of diplo between me and Wood Elves, because, you know, at the early stages of the war with Altdorf, after he brought in Kislev, you know, I was frantically trying to do things so Kislev either backs off or he has somebody else to worry about, which would be Wood Elves potentially, or the Wood Elves would maybe consider Altdorf. But I think I mentioned that Altdorf kind of talked Wood Elves out of idea fighting them, which fair enough, well done. So Wood Elves approached me after obviously seeing this battle, and they're like, hey, he'd like to buy those 3 provinces. I appreciate he did approach me and ask about it, instead of just straight up vulturing. Although vulturing at this point where, you know, I'm moving here obviously right now, I would end up in a bump and probably a lot of unpleasantries. So fortunately he did approach me. I did listen to his deal. He was offering something like taking these 2 instead of these, like pay me gems, setting up lab, and he's like, you need those Wood Elf forts they have that go up in 1 turn but are pretty shit. But you know, at the same time, this is obviously a good, at least I hope this is a good province being farmland, and I can set up Citadel here while I wouldn't be able to do that with the Bramble forts. If he didn't, he did put Temple here, I probably would have been willing to, if he would give me those 2, I would give him those 3. But I mean, why would he pass a throne, right? Especially since not a bad throne for him with a nature gem in it. Oh, that reminds me, I need to set up those freaking nature mages for site searching potentially. And if I don't do it, it's just going to be my god soon enough, just walking around and site searching. I kind of want to put up Threads of Arcane Power again this game. Oh, it's not gonna happen though, probably, unless like super late game. But yeah, what we agreed on is just we're gonna have a nap, and I promised him that I will make my nap not really nap free, but more like I'm not gonna attack you unless you're basically going for the win. So I'm giving him like long-lasting peace, and I think he was pretty happy about it. I'm pretty sure I have really good combat into Wood Elves, so it's not like I'm doing something huge for myself, or you know, like big threat for me right now is not gonna be fighting or anything like that. But I wanted to make him less nervous about my presence and allow me to continue my growth. And I'm looking at a certain direction that is asking for it. But yeah, that's what happened with Wood Elves. So for the moves, going here with 617 strength should be enough to pop it in 1 turn. There shouldn't be over 100 each defense protecting. It's a 500 one. And then I'm gonna attempt a raid here, right here, and right here. This one probably most important, but also the one that I actually cannot. Well, I technically could put less stalkers in here and more in this group. I could maybe no, actually let me do it. Let me do it very quickly. Let's take like 2 of you, and yeah, they're gonna be here casting Necrotech mantra on these. Why not? A little bit extra help. It's 24 move, tragically, so the Guardians of Petra cannot make it in there. And yeah, the reason why I want to take it is so we can go straight for the capital afterwards. It's probably gonna take 2 turns to crack if we consolidate everything, because I will consolidate everything, maybe do some more light trading depending on how scattered units he has, because he has demigriffs like everywhere, from either him patrolling or them scattering, and it's not like I can just send chariots, because chariots will die to like just very few demigriffins. He cleared the index on this fort, so that frees up the worm. Not sure what the worm can do. He'll be just annoying at best. He might go here, he might go to one of these provinces. I'm not worried about him at all. Like, he's just not a threat really at this point. He can be just annoying. And I don't have any loose infrastructure, so it's not like I'm gonna lose a temple somewhere or anything like that. So yeah, that's the plan for now. Recruitment wise, just continue the usual. Getting more chariots again, because basically all of our neighbors are chariot acceptable. It basically was Altdorf that was kind of immune to them through his build. And I guess they're not great against Kislev, because Knights of Ursun are also size 6. But yeah, I'm not attacking Kislev. I promised him peace as well. So yeah, more chariots here. I'm getting a couple more princes as well. I actually kind of, they really grew up on me this game. They're not like, they're actually pretty damn cheap for what they are. Like, they don't have amazing stats, but it's a very good weapon, weak armor, but it's a lot of HP, and they carry my bless. They cannot bless themselves, so I will just have like very thematic prince patrolling outskirts of every fort sort of a thing. I think it's pretty cute. And it's clearly needed considering the number of indie attacks. Also, princes, they don't have like crazy magic leadership, but they can lead 10 stalkers, so there'll be always like some stalkers patrolling out as well, which I think is super neat, right? So yeah, that's like a goal for foreseeable future. So hopefully we're gonna be able to wrap up this war, and probably start another one pretty quickly. And I'm definitely looking into Tilea with it. Chaos Dwarves, and Cathay is not really, I don't really have a good approach. Like, I cannot cross these provinces with my mummies, basically. But I did hear that Balin is gonna attack Cathay, because Cathay is controlling oh geez, where is it? Eyes of God. And Sombra obviously put an offer to buy the, or rather to sell, view of the graphs to people. I'm not sure if somebody took on that offer. But some people have some strange like expectation that when somebody puts Eyes of God, like that person is like obliged to post the graphs in public. So weird. I understand. Obviously, it's his like advantage now, and something he can leverage to have gains. Like, why would you expect him to do it for free? But Balin is he's been doing Akashic records, I believe, and he has spotted that Cathay is in fact the lead as far as incomes go. I think both gem and gold wise right now. It's probably likely after the gigantic land grab of Bono's tribe. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're already on the cap, if Wood Elves went, but yeah, both of them took a lot, because I'm not sure if they went as far as Skaven, or maybe if I never, but it's like here-ish. If they're like, or maybe here-ish, if they're taking Skavenblight as well. But yeah, I really hope Bono's tribe has more fight in him, and will kick ass with the boar once he summons it back. especially because he does have allergies, so hopefully he has decent number of them to get that thing out in a turn or two, basically. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Just continue side searching him, taking that final province of Altdorf. I wonder if he has like some random shit here as well. I doubt, but and yeah, continuing side searching here. Hopefully we're gonna. Would be so fun if we found a fort here right now. I'd love that. But yeah, I'll talk to you next turn. Welcome back. All right, battles. We have assassinated a light wizard, and I'm not sure what is Apopas exactly doing. Just take a look at that. So, well, thankfully, Solar Rays did not own us like I was worried to. We've got a decent protection roll, but I'm wondering, like, why did he teleport here? Like, what? Okay, game, sure. Now for the battles. This is here, so finally he retook it. This is a war moving out, of course, underwater. Where else? This is us taking a province, and this is us moving into the province after the Dragon Blood Lord has cleared it. So these guys are pretty crazy. They're 6 CP though, so and quite expensive. I think 600 gold if I remember correctly. And he's stacking them out with a nice little Maze of Eruption. Snake Ring apparently. Interesting. Why Snake Ring? Huh. I mean, I suppose there are various underwater indies that have either poison barbs or they have poison on their attack, so maybe that's why. And of course, Ring of Breathing, Water Breathing, and yeah, the Longma. Tragically, this freaking thing is size 6, so there goes Chariots. Basically, they're screwed. If it was size 5, maybe we kill it. It would probably still pretty rough. It has really good stats despite being underwater. But as it is, I'm pretty sure not even gonna have a scratch on it. Like, which is sad because we did have a couple of really experienced chariots here. Like, these guys, pretty damn badass. Yeah. They've seen so many fights and they died to some fucking dragon pretend to be human. So that's unfortunate. So I'll get back to it later. Here we moved on another fort, no resistance there. We took a province. Chaos dwarves are being greedier than expected, and they just try to take another province. Fortunately, I did send quite a few things. Sadly, it's going to be our chariots doing most of the work, but again, chariots against smaller stuff, they just do wonderfully. And it was a fair bit of those goblin wolf riders. We killed 31, 18 gold each. Yeah, take that, I guess. This really makes me annoyed at Chaos Force this game. Don't you think I'm forgetting about that throne you took from me, technically, since I'm the one killing Altdorf? Yeah, here we took some stuff, and here we stormed the fort, and tragically I'm gonna lose a acolyte from the archers. I guess I forgot to at the end give him iron skin, which is herp derp. One mage here from the looks of it. Couple demis. Yeah. Nothing scary, just that's completely unnecessary loss, sadly. The interesting play here, like with them just like hiding behind this wall. I wonder how did he do that? Like, maybe it was stay behind the troops, and very curious. I'd like to. It does have some uses, for sure. Like just bringing troops around potentially like that. So yeah. there goes an acolyte tragically. But other than that, the fort is ours. Yeah, that's that. We have found a scout. A dire portent. So looks like Orcs did in fact bring the boar back to life really quickly. And it just overcasted the oak that Elf has put up, so that's super funny. And we have found an enchanted tower. It's under Earth Gem, so that's nice. Bunch of events. Losing Dominion, turned red, some nonsense, which got caught. Local lords are feuding. It's really bad. That's a minus like 160 goldish, 180 goldish last turn. And it's gonna rack up even more gold since a lot of unrest lowering the income. So, I know that there is like a limit on how many events you can get per turn, the random events. And I'm not sure if they share the pool between like pure like event luck, depending on your misfortune and luck, right? If they're good or bad, like the pure randomness, and how much do they share the pool with throne related or story related events? Because like I noticed that in couple last turns, I'm basically just getting purely those like story related events or demons and stuff, which makes me think that my luck skills are actually kind of useless right now because the pool is saturated by different events and I just can't physically get more of them than this. The bigger you are, the more events you can get though, so maybe that's gonna change it. And also, obviously, I might be completely wrong, but yeah, so far it's not feeling great. Like a lot of bad events, sadly. The Citadel has been completed. We have breached the fort here, so we're gonna send in just Cetra basically. But we're gonna leave 2 acolytes to slap a temple there, and just leave 1 for research. Getting some afflictions healed, and we're moving on to the Altdorf. But let's just chat about it very quickly. So last turn we were obviously here. So Sombre had perfectly good idea if he looked here that I'm gonna go and grab underwater, and I didn't even quite get his reasoning, but he was saying something like he was fighting Altdorf already. I'm not sure why, and he brought up previous game where I quote unquote vultured couple provinces of not him even like I was taking his provinces right in the dwarf game from Distant Horizon, and I asked Distant Horizon first what he would be fine with partying with. So I'm not sure what this is about, whatever. But I did earn in return as a compensation because hey, we lost 13 chariots and a scout. I mean that's a lot of money. There's not the cheap things. And the province, of course, who knows what's there. It's a kelp forest, so it should be high income. So yeah, I'm not really not happy about that. It makes me quite frustrated at Cathay. But I know he's under attack. But what Sombra gave me in compensation, sure, is a research graph from Eyes of the God. So let's pull it up. And let's see. We are basically where I was expecting to be, so at the quite bottom. Somehow Beastlands and Bretonnia are doing worse, and we are more or less on a Khorne level, which... Oh boy, having Khorne level of research is quite embarrassing. But we're pretty packed tightly in this area, but then obviously starts climbing a fair bit. Vampiria is like the leader of a middle pack. And then we have surprising Black Rag doing very good research. Slaanesh, Cathay, of course. Nuln, crushing it. Athel Loren, and Tilea. Tilea too. I mean, I'm not sure if Tilea was involved in the war, so maybe he just researched away. Nurgle. That's also surprising to me. Zharr-Naggrund, that's very surprising as well. It means it has to have got magic skills, I guess. And what's not surprising is Itza just crushing it. Yeah, Itza is a research powerhouse, obviously. Ulthuan, Skavenblight and Middenheim dead. Ulthuan is in a sad state. I think it's gonna get some buffs in a future patch, but it got very unfairly nerfed lately, and yeah, it's in a bad shape. Especially their mages. Like for example, Ulthuan had magic researchers that were taken away from them somehow, and I'm pretty sure Ulthuan should be the best research nation if they go magic scales, better than Itza. At least comparable, but yeah, Itza is doing their thing for sure. Back to the map. I'm not gonna be trying to chase after the Whim right now. You know, he has a lot of moves he can make. If he tries to go into this area, I'll consider catching him then. But I'm likely he's gonna go to Land of Plenty if I had to guess. Instead, I'm gonna raid here with just chariots, here with capped stalkers and prince and something to bless him with. Here, just a couple chariots. This actually might not be enough that I look at it. Maybe I should just do that. We're gonna have 715 siege strength here anyways, so I'm pretty sure this should be good enough. I'll just fix the positioning in that case. Yeah, I love changing my mind at the last second, right? Necrotic mantras, blessings, hold on attack closest. Looks about right. Yeah, let's just be safe. He does have just foot soldiers mainly. Not even demigraves are present. No mages from the looks of it. So I think we'll be cracking it in 2 turns based on our siege strength, and I don't think he'll have more than like it's probably about 100 siege defense at most, maybe 150. So yeah, not enough. After that, yeah, time to finish him off, and yeah, that's gonna be the play. I did give up off us the shroud. It does definitely reduce his body armor a fair bit, but even more map move, a lot more strength. He's gonna start gaining experience quicker. Yeah, he's at the end I think he's more durable this way as well. Yeah, I do like making him blessed, I really do. And later on maybe I'll give him like the iron helmet, whatever it's called, the face mask that casts iron skin on wielder, so it's gonna make him more durable that way. Yeah, I don't think there's really much going on this turn besides that. So I think this is it for the whole episode, and I'll talk. Oh, before I'm making scouts in a couple provinces, just more scouts in general, not everywhere because money was strained, but in fair places. And yeah, here are those sorceresses. I'm not gonna bother recruiting them because they're old. They're just gonna die over time. I'm gonna make them eventually. Ideally, you know, I would get the death one, which I could give the skull staff to, twice burn them and send them off, and then they're gonna heal any afflictions anyways with acolyte. So that would be ideal if I get the death randoms, honestly, because otherwise, I mean, you know, the glamour free, astral free is also great for certain uses. Starting to upgrade this castle building temple. So yeah, that's this time it's for real. End of the turn. Thank you so much for watching the episode, and I'll talk to you next time.